let's get on a conversation about a home phone. Now, one time, some of our relatives come by to visit me and my aunt. Now, my aunt is in her 70s, or was. She passed away in 2008. Now, some of them, I ain't gonna name the relatives. There's several of them, come in the same car. And they gave up their home phone for cell phones. Now, I didn't say nothing. I kept my comments to myself. And after they left, she spoke up. She said, now I'm quoting her. Don't get mad at me. I'm quoting her. She said, "Ain't that nuts?" She didn't explain why she said, "Ain't that nuts?" I guess they just left 4 or 5 minutes. Sorry for the siren. She said, "Ain't," and she just, what she said, popped it out. "Ain't that nuts?" I said, "What's nuts?" She says, "They gave up their home phone." I said, and then I went in with her. I says, "I know, I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to say nothing to her either, because I didn't know if I was going to hurt her feelings, because she didn't say if she agreed or disagreed." I said, "I know." I said, "Your home's your castle." I grew up with a home phone. And my aunt said, and I quote this too, she says, "The day I can't afford a home phone is the day I don't want to live no more." She says, that's the American way. And besides that, your home's your castle. I know one thing. I'll never, unless they go out of business, I wish these loud vehicles go out of business, unless these phone companies go out of business of home phone service, I will always. Now, my grandpa was a no BS guy. My grandpa Redden was a no BS guy. I witnessed this one time. I was in the garage. I was about 11 years old. One of his kids, one of my aunts, came to him or something, and he said, "Go get this at the store." She said, "I can't afford it." And then my grandpa started cutting. He always used GD. Started raising all kind of hell. And I'll never forget what my grandpa Redden said, and I quote him. He says, "Blankety blank blank, you can afford that new car." They had just bought a Chevrolet Vega. This is probably about 1970. I was about 10, 11, so probably 1973. And he spoke up and says, "Well, you can afford that new Vega car you got out there. Well, you can go and afford." He got angry. Like I said, my grandpa Redden was a no BS guy. Period. He told you like it was. He didn't care what you thought. He was orphaned. He's seen the hard part. He didn't care. He flat out told you, and he used GD's language with it. And just like my home, now if I can afford popping candy bars, I can afford a home phone. I will always, mark my word here, you all, I'm going to always have a home phone. That's your castle. Even my aunt couldn't understand why they getting rid of their home phone. I mean, a home phone, and just like his parking lot here, 97% of cars, brand new cars. There's new cars in this parking lot. Every now and then you see a used car in this parking lot. If you got a new car, you can afford a home phone. If I couldn't do that, I'd drive a used car. But your home phone, it's a necessity. That's the way of life. To me, it's like cutting your lifeline, cutting your IV to yourself. A home phone I will always have. I don't care what the prices do. I'll probably have to do without something else. But she got angry. She asked my aunt, actually said, "Ain't that crazy?" After they left, 4 or 5 minutes after, she said, "No." She said, and she said the day she couldn't have a home phone, she wouldn't want to live no more. Nah. She says a home phone, that's what you are. That's who you are. She said, basically, she just said, and I quote her again, she said, that was nuts. Give up their cell phone for the home phone. There ain't no way. I don't care what kind of technology comes out. Doesn't matter. This could turn it into gold. This. I will never give up my home phone, period.